important strides through our criminal justice reform efforts and juvenile justice reform efforts to identify and more strategically utilize evidence-based practices in those contexts. And I would really like to see this council consider what the evidence-based and evidence-informed practices are in child welfare. And I know that you and I have talked about this, and you've shared a lot of knowledge about this.
Yes.
Could you just identify briefly a couple of things that you've seen work in your court by way of those evidence-based interventions for families? And I know that they range depending on the nature of the underlying problem, but perhaps you could just share a few comments about that.
Sure. All right, well, the number one thing that I would tell you is that one of my career goals is to do away with parenting classes. Anybody can go and sit in a class and get a piece of paper saying that they attended, but it doesn't mean that they can parent. What we need from science is the ability to identify what the basic parenting skills for each age group is, what are the tools to observe what those qualities are, and then what are the abilities to teach it, how is it taught, and then how is it measured to see if they actually can retain it. The way that I have seen that most successfully implemented is a couple of different models. I am a big fan of the child-parent psychotherapy, where there's 26 sessions between a psychotherapist, the child and the parent, or the child and the custodian to build that relationship so that the parent is reading the child's cues and meeting the needs of that child. The second piece is the safe care model that the state implemented for a period of time, but that became a rather expensive model. But in terms of investment, it's a great investment, because if you look at the safe care model, it's what are the basic skills for keeping children safe. I think that the in-home therapy, particularly when you're doing therapeutic visitation, where you actually do the visits in the home, you observe the interactions, you guide the parents in responding and guiding the children, all of those are very, very effective. And I would like for us, particularly as we're forming partnerships in the faith community and as we're looking at other alternatives for other types of setting, is look at a way to mentor our parents, to have mentor parents for our parents, because people parent as they were parented, and they don't necessarily recognize that they're not doing a nurturing, caring, safe job of parenting. So those are just some of the things I would suggest. All right, thank you very much.